products. See, disposal, getting rid of waste materials is termed as the disposal. So these are the methods we used for a disposal of solid waste: landfills, incineration, waste compactation, biogas generation, composting and vermicomposting. Okay. See, in landfills involve basically three methods. First is open dumping, second is sanitary landfills, and third is composting. What includes in open dumping? As the name refers, in open dumping the waste is thrown open to decay, and it is a poor method to waste disposal. When the waste is exposed, it rots and smells foul. It provides home for many animals that spread diseases, and if we waste it, if we burn it, it will cause smoke and foul smell in the air. So the second method is sanitary landfills. In this, it causes the little damage to environment. Deep trenches are dug at the place away from the residential areas, and the waste are covered with the earth each day, means dead soil, and the cover the earth prevent insect from getting into the refuse, and when it become the field, then it is converted into park. Okay. Third method is composting. The rotted plant and animals waste used as a manure for growing plants. Okay, this method is called compost, that the rotted plant and animals waste used as a manure for growing plants. Now in villages, people use compost pit. Now how compost pits are formed? They are prepared deep pits in the ground. People throw wastes like peels of vegetables, fruit, waste food, tea leaves. And when the pit is filled completely, it is closed. Now after a few months, the waste get decomposed, and the decomposed matter is used as a manure. Now the rotting and conversion of some materials into manure, this process is called composting. Clear? Now the preparing of compost from biodegradable waste with the help of worm, especially red worm, it is called vermicomposting. Okay, it is very easy and useful. One activity is given here: how to make vermicompost. For this, you need a big container, a wooden box, kitchen mesh, newspaper, cardboard, red worm of course, and kitchen waste. Okay, so take the big container, that wooden box, make the hole on the base for ventilation, that is comfortable for red worms. Now spread the kitchen mesh at the bottom of the box, shredded newspaper, and rinse and soak them overnight. Then mix them with the soil, eggshell, tea or coffee bags. Take care that do not use excess of water. Now take some red worm, spread them over the surface of bedding. Now switch on the light. Then what will happen? That light encourages the red worm to disappear from the surface quickly. When the worms are burrowed into the bedding, put the waste in the bedding and cover the sheet of clothes. Now red worm need food. Give them the waste generated by kitchen, that is fruit and vegetable peels. Do not use waste that may contain salt, pickles, oil or milk. Okay, and the waste and worm ratio should be 2:1. Now observe this content the box after a month. Vermicompost is ready to be used as a fertilizer for growing plants. Okay, as simple as that. You can make at a home also vermicompost. Only you need that kitchen waste and red worms. Next method is incineration. Incineration means burning the waste product. This method is mostly used in the big cities and towns because of the lack of vacant areas for land disposal. So burning of waste releases gases and solid particles that may harm human health. So moreover, it damages the property and kills plants. Now the disposal of non-biodegradable waste such as glass bottle, plastic cans, polythene, soft drinks, bottles of soft drinks poses a big problem. So what should we do? We can manage non-biodegradable waste by the concept of 3Rs. That 3R refers for reduce, reuse and recycle. First is reduce. We can reduce the waste by consuming and throwing away less. Today, disposal items, ball pen, polythene bag, mineral bottles, etc. have become very popular and people use frequently without thinking their hazardous effects. So we can reduce it by avoiding use of polythene bags, use cloth or jute bag in place of plastic, using fountain pen in place of ball pens, and use the resources economically. By using these methods, we can reduce the non-biodegradable waste. Second one is reuse. We can reuse certain things more than one purpose. Like we can give old books to juniors. We can reuse plastic and glass bottle of soft drinks for storing water. We can donate old mobile phones to friends who are needy. We can reuse old clothes by making other usable items like cushion covers, handkerchief, etc. from them. Next is about recycling. It is a process of getting materials from waste that can be reused, like glass, wood, fiber from paper products. They can be recycled and used again. For example, recycled aluminum can be used to make new cans, or recycled iron is used for making screw, nails, paper clip. Many a times you must have seen your parents selling waste magazines, newspapers, glass bottles, iron cans and plastic cans to the hawkers, kabadi wala. So do you know how do hawkers do of these waste materials, or what they do with it? Hawkers purchase these waste materials and sell to the factories, which recycle the waste material at higher rates. Okay. Now what are the advantages of recycling? What is the use of this? Recycling waste material save landfill space, obviously. Many cities are failing storage of places to dispose of their wastes. So many landfills are being closed because they are causing pollution. Recycling serves natural resources that would be used to make totally new products. For example, recycling of paper. They save trees. Hundreds of thousands of trees could be saved if all newspapers were recycled. Now about metals. Metals like iron, aluminium, copper, they are used in making utensils, and these metals are found in nature. So they are dug out from the earth. Recycling of metals reduce the amount of minerals that have to be dug out. Next one is recycling helps to reduce pollution that may cause by disposing of various waste. Example, old batteries, paint, motor oil that contain poisonous substance, and improper disposal of these substances may cause contamination of water. Okay. So what can we do to minimize the use of plastic or to deal with garbage? There are the several methods which we can use, or ways to use less plastic. We make a minimum use of plastic bags. We reuse the bags whenever it is possible without any adverse effect. We insist shopkeeper to use paper bag. We carry cloth or jute bag when we go out for shopping. We do not use plastic bag to store eatable things. We do not throw plastic bags here and there after use. We never burn plastic bags and other plastic items. We do not put garbage in plastic bags and throw it away. We use vermicomposting at home and to deal with our kitchen waste usefully. We recycle paper. We use both sides of paper to write. We use slate for rough work. We use blank sheet of paper left in our notebook for rough work. We make our family, friends and other follow proper practices for disposing different wastes. We can use stainless water bottle and keep buying bottled water and stop buying these plastic bottles. Okay. So most important point to know and think is about that the more garbage we generate, the more difficult it will be to get rid of. So this is about the chapter. We discussed that about the garbage, waste material, especially household waste. They are of two types, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. What are the methods for the disposal of biodegradable material, garbage, landfills, burning or composting, and methods for disposal of non-biodegradable garbage, that is 3Rs: reduce, reuse and recycle. Okay, so I hope you all get it very well. Thank you.